MrBeast just wants to give away all his Lamborghinis, feed all of America's children with chocolate, and hire pedos for very important roles within his company. But I came across maybe a little something interesting on Twitter, where he allegedly made over $10 million in crypto scams. Let's take a deep dive. All the credit goes to this user, SomaXBT on Twitter. An investigation into MrBeast, $10 million into projects that are now down over 90%, with some rebranding after major losses. This does not sound good. Let's see what he found. The first project we'll look at is Super by SuperFarm DAO, now Superverse. This is a super way to make money apparently, over $9 million by investing $100,000 in supporting the project. That is what I like to call an amazing investment. Here's the proof. Jimmy only invested $100,000 into SuperFarm DAO. In a screenshot provided through this Elio Trades' live stream, MrBeast message says, "So we can do the 100K? Thing is that," and then it's cut off. That sounds to me like there's a very clear transaction. You give Jimmy $100,000 and then there's something he's uncomfortable with. Could it be promoting it on his channel? On February 21st, 2021, he received $100,000 from the Binance US wallet. He sent it to a new wallet, and then he received 1 million super token. He apparently showed a little bit of support for this project when he went to X, and on March 4th, he put up the eyes emoji on the SuperFarm DAO post, indicating, hey, check out for this project. It can make you a little money. All of a sudden, on March 30th, 2021, MrBeast transferred those 1 million super tokens to the new wallet in the next 24 hours. That wallet dumped all the super tokens in 751 trades and made 1,900 ETH. The next day, he sent that 1,900 ETH back to the MrBeast main wallet. Then he deposited that ETH worth $3.7 million to the Binance US account for cash out. After this, between these two dates, his wallet received $6.9 million worth of super tokens from the vesting contract, sold all those tokens on the open market, making around $5.5 million. How else would someone make all the content he would be able to with the budget he does? You need the money. You need $5.5 million. Now, does he go to an open market and raise the money? No, he dumps on it. He buys it. Just perfect timing. He buys it right before it pumps. And then a couple weeks later, on March 31st, 2021, we see an absolute spike upwards and then a dump on the market, down 99% to this point. Now the project has recently surged upwards, and so there's still life. Maybe all those people, all of his fans, maybe they're so busy eating chocolate that they didn't make their trades, and now they're looking at Twitter, crypto Twitter, and like, oh my gosh, my super project is up now. So it's not as bad of a loss. However, looks like people lost a lot of money initially. Let's check out the next project, PMON by Polychain Monsters. Another project where he made significant amounts of money. He went to the crypto casino, inserted his $25,000 coin, and popped out $1.7 million. Apparently, this PMON project was bad enough that ZachXBT had to check it out. You know it's bad when Zach starts checking you out. Apparently, this is one of the largest marketing failures this bull run had. The chart exemplified suspicious activity. A lot of sales right there on the high end. It's clear the only thing that Moonrock helped them succeed with was pump investors and insiders funds and dump on retail. This is the best way to make money. Whenever the crypto bull run is happening, you get into one of these projects early and you dump on retail. Not saying it's ethical, however, very clearly the best ROI. Polychain Monsters, maybe not the best ROI if you held long term, down 99.63%. I don't know if anyone's investing in this project now. We need you, Jimmy. We need you, Jimmy. Maybe in each candy bar, he could put a crypto token somehow so people can buy it back up again. Around the same time as the super tokens, March 23rd, 2021, MrBeast sent $25,000. $25,000 worth of PMON tokens came back to him, and then he dumped it in 485 trades and made 685 ETH. He received another 68.7K PMON tokens and made 385K selling them. This would have been another month and a half later in May of 2021. Oh, wow, look at that. Right before it pumped, and then there was another little mini pump. See, there's little mini pumps. If you get them, if you get the tokens and then maybe like a couple days later you can pump for 10 or 20% return. That might have been the case here. There was a massive dump and then another pump. Just make sure, everyone watching, you have to get the insider information. You really need to get in when the coin is down. But here's the second part to that. You need to make sure that someone like MrBeast is behind the project so that when they go to dump, you're out in time. Next project, ShopX by Split. Apparently it's rebranded as well. Split is another project where he invested only $25,000, made $765,000, and is still holding $177,000. So good for him. Good for him for still holding. However, that's another 35x return. Here is a nice little graphic for us. And there's other influencers in this chart, not only MrBeast. It's very clear that MrBeast is becoming one of the best crypto investors of all time. Have to give it to the guy. Quite impressive portfolio he's building. Here's ShopX, down 99.84%, the entire project's history. It clearly was a dump. I don't see a pump. Don't you know in a pump and dump you got to have the pump? It seems like they just gave money initially to the first investors, and then they just immediately dumped on retail, and it's done forever. Here's his transaction history for ShopX, where he received a significant amount of tokens and immediately sold them. That is not someone who believes in the project if you're receiving the tokens and dumping them 2 weeks later. How in the world was he this intelligent to know that the dump was happening just 2 weeks after he received his tokens? The next project is Stack. It's another token where he reportedly made $1.25 million by selling his allocation. He received 15 million Stack tokens on 5/03, and on May 4th, the next day, he sent that to another wallet. Within a week, he sold all 15 million Stack tokens, making $753,000 from the sale. You can buy a lot of houses out in Greenville with $753,000. And then he sold his remaining Stack token in the following days, bringing his total earnings to $1.25 million. Pretty significant amount. Stack. Jig Stack. This one right here. Let's check how it's done. Oh, no, Jimmy. It's another 99.99%. Jimmy, so focused on YouTube, he can't promote the project after he dumped. Unfortunately, it looks like quite another pump and dump project, but he miraculously got out just in time. We do know that Jimmy likes to play poker. He entered a virtual poker tournament twice, VPP, Virtual Poker Room. 50K USDT and 25K USDT buy-in. He received 600,000 tokens. He ended up selling them, and I think he's still holding. So good for him. He is holding this one. However, the Virtue Poker token down 98.32% from its initial point, and there were definitely some spikes up. So hopefully on this one, he was able to get out just ahead because his history is showing that he has quite the unique skill of getting in early and dumping on the retail right during that massive pump and getting out before it drops 99%. Next tweet is he invested in XCAD and EOS, from which he made millions of dollars. These tokens also experienced a massive pump and dump during the 21 boom, and it might come back, who knows? He is showing to be one of the best investors, so he knows something that we don't know. If he's held on to these, good for him if he really believes in the projects, but if he signed up if he bought the tokens back in the 2021 boom and immediately sold, he got out just in time based on these charts. The most damaging tweet of all this is I noticed this screenshot in the recent Rosanna Pansino video exposing MrBeast. The text reads, "I was once in a small gathering with James Warren and he dropped a truth bomb that stuck with me. The stuff we've done in the crypto market, if we'd done in the stock market, the SEC would be after us." This is an insinuation that there was some wrongdoing. Based on what he showed, it's hard to say that MrBeast promoted these tokens to his audience. I don't believe there's any proof of that. So did he engage in a pump and dump to his audience? I don't know, but I have a theory for you, and I want you to think this through. Here's my thoughts. MrBeast has said in interviews that he loves to mentor smaller channels. He never mentions these channels. What if he got paid in marketing consulting for all of these crypto projects, and then he gave them consulting on how they could promote their tokens to the marketplace? In return, he wouldn't get paid US dollars, he would get paid in their native tokens. Why would Jimmy do that? Well, you could pay Jimmy's hourly rate or daily rate or whatever. It could be a certain amount, maybe $25,000, or you could give him he could pay $25,000 and he 30 or 40x's his return into your native project. Just a thought. And of course, we can't forget the NFTs. I don't see any wrongdoing by MrBeast with the NFTs, but he did promote Gary Vee and talked about buying a VFriends, which he did for $1.25 million. Crypto and the meme projects separate people into one of two camps. Either you believe they're all a scam, they're all just pump and dump crypto scams, or you understand that there's all meme culture and Gen Z is a totally different generation than previous, and they just want to jump in and make money by going to the casino. Look at ads everywhere. There's ads everywhere. Even this Thanksgiving, you're going to go to your grandma's house and her shirt's going to say, this Thanksgiving dinner sponsored by Prize Picks. Gambling is everywhere. Gen Z participates in gambling at an alarming rate. Crypto and all these meme coins and Super and EOS and all these things, it's all just going into an online casino to gamble with just fake internet money. That is the culture of Gen Z. So did MrBeast do anything wrong here? I don't really see any indication publicly, but there's obviously way more to the story and I'd love to find out. As long as he didn't promote it to his audience didn't specifically lose money. However, it looks like he's totally open to participating in this pump and dump culture of meme coins, and there seems to be more to this story. Hopefully I'll find out more for you. Thanks so much for watching.